This is the view from Wawel Castle in Krakow, Poland. And the river you see there is the Vistula River. And the good thing about the castle is you're allowed onto the castle grounds even if you don't have a ticket to do one of the tours of the buildings. There's multiple tours. So even if you don't have a ticket, you could walk around the grounds and overlooking the river. And there's a park in there and some other things. So that was lucky for me because I was hoping on this rainy day that I would use it to go see Wawel Castle. I think it was my last day in Krakow also. So I was hoping to go see some of these buildings. Unfortunately, I didn't do any research on the website or not much. And when I got there, all I saw at the ticket booth was signs saying that tickets are sold out for the day. So it was a bit of surprise to me, but apparently there's a limited number of tickets every day, and so once they sell out, that's it. There's no more going in. So that goes for I think all of the different buildings that they have tours for in Wawel Castle. So that's something to keep in mind when you go to any tourist location. The same thing is the case in the Wieliczka salt mines. They also have limited slots because of the tour guides can only have a certain amount of people in a group. So if you get there and the tours are filled up, you're kind of stuck. So same thing here. There's a lot of details on the website for Wawel Castle. Just glancing them, some of them are things like free entrance in November. Some of the things are closed on Mondays. Some exhibits are closed for months on end. I think I saw something like from October to April. So there's really a lot of rules and things you need to check out before you come visit, whether it's Wawel Castle or any of these places. The good thing is that Wawel Castle is just a little south of Old Town in Krakow, so it's not like you're taking a really long trip someplace like Wieliczka salt mines and then you get there and find out you can't get in. So at least it's right here in the Old Town. And so if you can't get in, you could at least walk the grounds and maybe go to a restaurant close by, or even better is get on this path over here to the Vistula River. There's a kind of a walkway, bikeway, and there's a lot of people just hanging out, walking, families, people watching. There's also these boat tours that are here on the side of the river. So you can take a boat tour up and down the river, I would guess. I haven't actually taken one, but I've seen a lot of boats along the side of the river here looking for customers. Also, there's vendors selling things, ice cream, water, whatever. This part of the video was shot on a different day than when I was actually up in Wawel Castle when it was raining. This is when I was just riding my bike around trying to see all the parts of Krakow, and it was a pretty nice day. So this is what I saw when I rode around here on the side of the Vistula River. You can see a lot of people just hanging out, strolling, selling stuff, taking pictures, whatever. The river's pretty impressive, and the area is really nice. If you just stick around the Old Town Center, you may not know places like this exist. So that's why I really like getting on a bike and going around a bit for a few hours just to get a good idea of where everything is in a town. so that you know which places you want to come back to, which places you think are pretty cool to see. Also, it's one thing to see these places on a Google Maps. You see the castle, and next to it is a river. It looks tiny. When you get there and actually see for yourself what it looks like, it's obviously a lot different, and you can never really tell. I mean, that's kind of why I have the name on my YouTube channel, To Go Is To Know, because until you actually go someplace and see it for yourself, no amount of somebody describing it to you or seeing it on some pictures, or even sometimes seeing it on film yourself, it still doesn't give you the exact knowledge of the place or where it is in relation to other things. Even the type of day where you go to some place has a big impact on your feeling for the place. So you see in the beginning of the video, the day I was there at Wawel Castle when it was pretty rainy and cloudy and not very good looking. On this part of the video, though, it's another day where it's really sunny and nice outside and a lot of people out. Had I come here on a day when it was rainy and cloudy and nobody was out here, I would probably have a different feeling about this place, to say, oh, it's just the side of the river, nothing really going on there. But you come on a nice summer day and things are different. Just imagine how different this place has looked through the years. I mean, I'm from the US, so to an American, something that's 200 years old, people think it's really old. This castle was built in the 1300s, and at one time was, I guess, where the leaders of Poland lived, and many wars have come and gone through Poland, German occupation, all kinds of things. So this pathway here, if this pathway has been around that long, might have looked a lot different at a lot different times in history. And so I think that's kind of interesting. And it's also kind of lucky for me because we have the opportunity to go here and see this stuff in relative, peace and tranquility, for the time being, at least, hopefully. So why not take advantage of it and see what it's like? And you can imagine what it might have looked like at different times in history, which is pretty cool to think about. So this is a bridge crossing the river. Here's a tram crossing the bridge, which is also pretty cool. And just a view of the river, which is a lot wider than I thought it would be, actually. So thanks for watching, and check out my future videos.